Hi, hello, welcome to this video. My name's Allison. Welcome or welcome back if you're new here. I just create and talk about sewing, crafting, crocheting, anything you can think of here on YouTube. So welcome to this little space. Today, we're gonna be working with this Sherpa fabric that I got for the purpose of making a hoodie. Now the hoodie that I'm going to be making the boxwood hoodie, which is a free moods fabric pattern, and you can find it online, you can download it, you can print it, and just, it's a little bit of like cut and paste put together. Or if you have a large format printer, what's it like being one of God's favorites? As I wish I had a large format printer because it takes so long to cut it out and put it together. But what I'm going to do is I am going to try using my rotary cutter to cut this fabric. And the other thing I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and cut it so that way I'm not cutting the fuzzies, I'm cutting the wrong side, which is this side. So it's only fuzzy on one side, as you can kind of see. Now, the purpose of this is to, once again, make my partner a hoodie, as they like to call it, a house coat. So I'm going to be making this house coat for them. And I don't know if I'm going to be putting I don't know if this is going to be the lining yet. They haven't quite figured out if they want a lining. But I do think that, like, the outside of this fabric is really soft. So if they don't want a lining, I think that this will be fine. But we'll see how we go. I'm going to be making a size 12 to 14 for my partner. That's their measurements. So this is going to be a little bit smaller of a garment than what I'm normally making. And then hopefully when I'm finished with this, I can just have them try it on and I can show you what I made. Okay, so let's get into it. This next few minutes are just ASMR cutting noises, so enjoy that. All right, so that went super quickly, and now I'm gonna get into laying the pattern pieces out and reading the instructions online and getting this thing going. And we're gonna put this new machine to the test. Also, I realized, but I guess I realized too late, that this has a lot of fallout, little fuzzies everywhere. Wow. This is the finished result of the boxwood hoodie. I really like it. I think it turned out really good. As you can tell, I did a little bit of the Sherpa detailing around the shoulders and the neck, but they really like it, so success. Hello. It is the same day as I just filmed and finished that hoodie for my partner. I'm not gonna take a picture of it because honestly, a piece of my soul now lives on in that hoodie. It was a disaster to sew and was a chronicle to pick up after. My partner is now asking for that to be the lining of a hoodie. There's no way. There's no freaking way. I love them so much, but I'm gonna need at least 3 to 5 business days to comprehend the trauma that thing just put me through. I literally thought that it was gonna break my needle 4 or 5 times, even after switching it out for a sharper needle. Sherpa, working with Sherpa, not for the faint of heart. Now I was cleaning up a little bit of my sewing studio, and I decided that I was going to pick up some of the projects that are still in my WIP pile but haven't quite made it to the finished pile. So this is one of them. This is a dress. As you may or may not remember, I have this rib knit. It's like a nice little rib knit. And this is a dress. I've already made a long sleeve turtleneck out of this and gotten compliments on it whenever I wore it out. So now I'm finishing the dress because I really want to wear this to work this week. I have a couple of presentations to do, and I think this would be such a cute little fall dress. And it's warm, but it's not like cozy, you know what I mean? It's still professional. It has kind of shorter sleeves. It's not full length. I didn't want it to be full length, so they're just kind of short sleeves, but I have to finish the hem. So I got most of the way there. I serged it and then just haven't done the hem. So I'm gonna do a little, I might do a rolled hem action, but then I also kind of want it to be a little heftier on the bottom just because it is a little bit of a flowy skirt, and it's not short, but it hits right at my knee, and if I shorten it any more than probably this little 1/4 inch here, it's gonna be a peep show for sure. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to finish this hem, and then we'll see what other projects I have kicking around, and we'll get to it. Well, I finished the hem. I think I did an okay job. I'm watching like history, like a medieval history thing on YouTube right now, and they're like digging up Olnaby Village. But anyways, aside from that, I did finish up this dress, so this is ready to go. This is moving from the WIP to the done pile, except for this thread here that's gonna get snipped because that is not cool. So we've completed one project. Now, as I was cleaning, I don't think I can call it cleaning yet, but as I was getting ready to start cleaning, I found my yarn bucket. So when I first started crocheting, I got this 5-gallon bucket, and I would carry this with me to work or do whatever because it was basically, it held my projects, it held my yarn, it held all of my utensils and things that I needed. It was really convenient for me when I started out, especially with crochet and just doing little things. Well, I decided that I wanted to go through this and see if there's any WIPs in here that I can finish up and kind of get out of this yarn bucket. First up is this strawberry cow that literally has 2 yarn eyes and 1 patch, so maybe I can finish this up today. That strawberry cow is for a friend of mine, Nadia. This was supposed to be for their birthday like 3 years ago, and actually I think this is the pink yarn for those spots. So I have the yarn for these spots, so I can, oh wait, I think that's a different colored yarn. maybe multi-dimensional. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. The next thing in here is another one of my cows that I put the ears on, but in the nose, but didn't put any of the black spots on. So I have some black yarn. I'll do the spots on that, and then basically that's done. I have no idea what this is. I think this is when I was doing some freeform crochet and I was making like coral pieces out of this. I don't really know if that's a project I can finish, but a really cool peaches and cream blue skein of yarn. And then a couple of these just yellows, various yellows, a brown. What else I got in here? Some cotton string, some more cotton string, that variegated stuff that I was working with. Another coral piece. Looks like this one kind of formed like a tri situation. So what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to finish up these little projects that I have here and get them out of the bucket. So this wasn't in the yarn bucket, but this was in another thing. This is a pig. And I was trying to make the curly Q tail, and I remember this specifically because I gave up on it because I couldn't make the tail. So let's see if I can get this going today. So while I'm finishing this up, I just wanted to maybe chit-chat a little bit while I crochet. Talk about what I've been reading, what I've been watching, stuff like that. I have been reading, I've been on a little bit of a reading pause. I started reading the Bridgerton series again. I've only ever read the 4th book and the 7th book. I know that's completely out of order. I read Colin's story and Gregory's story, but I haven't read any of the other ones. On a bit of a reading funk right now because of the Bridgerton books. I'm not really enjoying, still on the 1st book. I'm not really enjoying the story as much as I thought I would. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just not super into it. I don't know. It's not grabbing my attention like I wanted it to. And honestly, my philosophy in life is if it sucks, hit the bricks. But because I'm reading this with somebody at work and, you know, we're talking about it and blah, 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 I'd hate to give up and be like that girl, you know, after I suggested that we read the books. But I might just skip this one. I don't know. I guess it's because I've already seen the TV show and I'm just not interested in this particular story. Or to be honest, I'm not really interested in the 2nd book either, which is Anthony's story. I don't find either one of them interesting. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's just not for me. But I'm powering it through because, again, I'm reading this with a really nice coworker and she is waiting on me to finish up, and I feel bad because I've already been like, yeah, I'll finish it eventually. So what are you guys up to? What are you reading? What's going on for spooky season? I am planning to dress up this year with my partner. I don't know what we're going to be for Halloween this year. This is our first Halloween in this house, so we're a little bit nervous as to how many trick-or-treaters we're going to get, if we get any at all. You know how it goes. You're like, well, do I want to buy 30 pounds of candy or a single bag? Like, who's to say? I want the spot to go. I might double back now and see if I can make this a little bit more cow-like. But yeah, other than that, things are just going. I'm just living La Vida Loca. What do we think? I really just free-handed this. I think if I was going to do one more pass, I might put a bulb over here. But honestly, we're just trying to get the WIPs done today. You know what I mean? So, I finished it. I just put this, looks like a little growth on the side over here. So now it's got one on its butt, one on its kind of face. Just saw these, so a little bit of a detour, but oh my god, I am saving all of these and all my little yarn ball scraps because I desperately want to make like more scrap projects. And I've been seeing a ton of the scrap sweaters, but I'm waiting to get enough of like different colors to have a variegated like crazy rainbow, but I don't have enough right now, so waiting patiently. I now know why this was in the WIP pile for so long. I don't have any more of this peach yarn. I have no more of this peach yarn, and I don't know how I'm going to make the ears because the ears require the same yarn to match. But I no longer have this peach yarn. I distinctly remember because this was, I think, a mini skein that I got, and then this tail is all I got left. Sad little strawberry. Oh, maybe I'll figure something out for this, but if you have any ideas or suggestions for what I should do with this next, I no longer have this peach, and the only other pink I have is this and this color, so not exactly a close match. I don't really want to have to go out and buy a whole skein of yarn just to do 2 ears, so this is going to go back into the WIP pile, unfortunately. We're moving on to this little guy. He's going to be turned into a cow, and I'm going to work on those spots. So I thought this was recording, but it stopped recording, but I did finish the spots and I sewed them on, and I also did the eyes. So this is a finished little cow. This is my finished little cow. And then I also, because I had the black yarn ready to go, I put the eyes on the pig. They're a little lopsided, but I think that it's part of the charm. And that, I think that's kind of where I'm going to leave it for today. I am working on a couple of other projects right now, but I've not decided where I want to kind of go next. So let me know what you want to see. Let me know what you're interested in. And if you're interested in more sewing stuff, I have a couple of sewing projects that I've been wanting to get on and get started with. And if you're interested in crochet stuff or anything else, let me know and I can show you some of the crochet projects that I have been working on and planning. So let me know. Thank you as always for watching. I really appreciate it, and I don't know, let me know how you feel about it. I hope you have a great day, and thank you again for being here. Have a wonderful day. Bye.